Key in the ignition. We are back at the Supra again. I have Big Si. He's really here.
Yes.
So we're going to do some more work on this. What are we going to do? Something to do with the tyres?
So since last time we were here, one of the rear tyres has deflated again, so we've re-inflated that, which will hopefully help us push it back a little bit.
It was very flat, wasn't it?
Yeah. We pushed it back into the garage to make sure that we had plenty of space at the back so we didn't damage it when we closed the door. But that now means we've restricted our access to the engine bay, which is what we were going to try and have a look at today.
Right then.
Go on, man. Ready to go again? Why does it not want to? It sounds like one of the front ones is fine. Ready again? 1, 2, 3, go. Still good, 5 inches from the brick.
3, 2, 1, go. Plenty of space back there at least now. Yeah, plenty to do. Looks like lots of 10s and 12s, isn't it, all over the place?
Yeah.
Get stuff off.
Some 10s, some 12s on there.
Yeah.
Some magic hose clips.
Yeah. Just to get to these. 1. I can see 2. I can
Hooray.
see 3. So it's just these 3 at the front.
And is this? Yeah, this is separate around here, so that's fine.
Yeah. I think we'll be alright. Let's get some tools and get cracking with it. £4 pair of enormous pliers that are really, really good. I don't know where they come from. A car boot sale. Does that lift off now? Oh, need the oil filter off, I think.
That would help for me. Yep, no milky residue under there.
Right, that's good.
That comes up. Oh, it's all numbered. Doesn't appear to be loads of tat, just good old normal oil and dirt.
It's a bit low. So looking in those bores, there's oil in every single one of them already. So there's obviously a bit of a leak there, which is not good. It looks like the cam cover is obviously leaking, or there's another issue. It does mean that the engine's very unlikely to be seized up, which is good. So when we get the key, we can sling a battery on this, and we can see if we can get it to maybe spin over. See how that goes. If that works okay, we can start to look at reassembling it, and then see whether we can get it to fire up. But it's going to be a bit of a mission, I think. So we're in an Alex from Legit Streetcars style. Let's use some ATF and a bit of duck oil and make up a nice releasing fluid. So pour a bunch into there.
Okay.
Nice.
Hold it upright and spread the air out.
Get the super accurate measurements.
Okay. That's our special concoction.
It is.
There we go. Is it smooth?
It's very smooth. Right then. Can you see me?
I can see you, definitely.
So, having oiled the bores, turned it by hand, and my phone
And
goes
going
off.
off.
Yeah. Nice.
So.
Yeah. So.
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 Now we've oiled the bores.
So.
And stop it. Bastard.
Stop.
Now we've oiled the bores and we've turned it over by hand. It's had a good soak. We've rigged up a wire to the solenoid, jumped the battery, disconnected the negative. I'm going to touch this on and see whether it will actually turn the engine over. Got a cloth here covering up all the bores, just because there's a fair bit of oil in there. But let's try this. Fingers crossed this will actually work. Nice. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Yep.
One more time.
I hear no clanking, no spluttering. I hear smoothness.
That's very smooth.
That sounds good to me.
That is pretty awesome. I love that. Nice. Well, on to the next step, which will be to get it all back together again. But that's a one for a different day because it's pitch black in this garage and we are working in the still boiling heat. Time to have a break. Probably time to get a takeaway. It is a nice early morning and we got some good news yesterday. The V5 arrived at John's house. So we've got the locksmith booked. He is going to come and cut a key. He said he might even have the right key code for it. So he might just be able to cut a key straight off without having to do any work really, which might cost a little bit less money. Going to go and get some lights set up and get the Hilux moved out of the way. And we'll catch you in a sec when the locksmith's here, hopefully. Right, so before we get started, let's see if this remote start on this Hilux still works, shall we? Will it actually work? A little bit weak, but it did start. So it looks like the sun has come out way sooner than I thought it was going to, so we don't need any lights. It is definitely sunny enough in here. The locksmith is wanting to get at that lock there, nice and easy to get to. Unfortunately it's been a little while, it's been probably 6 weeks since we last looked at this. It'll be a very short time for you, but the tyres have all gone flat again. So unfortunately we're going to have to pump all those up again at some point. We do have a large proportion of the engine, major ignition components all sitting on the top of the car. So we're going to have to put those back once he's managed to get a key. But hopefully he'll be here soon and we will be able to get this thing at least with the steering unlocked, and then we can maybe look at moving it. We can lock it up, we can also move it out down there, and then we can cover it up, and then we can empty the rest of this garage out and nobody will have to worry about the car being taken away. Oh, that'll be the locksmith then. Oh, all right. How you doing? You
All good? All good.
Oh.
One set of keys. Good luck with it.
Pre-cut already.
Ready for you to go.
Wow. What did you do? Find the code for it for this particular car?
Security purposes, we can't obviously
No.
tell you exactly what we do, but
No,
we've got a
fair
key
enough.
ready to
What that is.
hopefully turn and
Let's.
give it a try.
That works. That's pretty cool. I'll try that in the ignition in a second. Thank you very much.
All right, no worries at all. Good luck with it.
Nice one.
Cheers, Ed.
Don't know how well that'll come out. Key in the ignition. Let's give this a try. This key in the ignition. Let's see what happens. Oh, we have a clock. There's a clock. That's a good start. Oh, lights, an engine light. Unfortunately, this one doesn't seem to be moving. So let's try some of this. One-handed's a bit difficult. There we go. Aha! Excellent. Oh, and power steering. Power steering? Oh, and power locks. Very nice. Locked. Unlocked. So, after possibly the most monumentally underwhelming delivery of a key for the car, which just involved the locksmith turning up with a new key that was already cut and then it working in all of the locks, I'm now going to do some clearing up in the local area because it would appear somebody's dumped loads of stuff on top of a garage which is now blown off everywhere. After I've done that, I'm going to open the Supra garage again, see if I can get in there and put the engine back together, do some compression tests, and then we'll see whether we can get it to spin over, whether we've got any ignition, whether we can get it to start at all. And this is how we left the Supra. Ignition system mostly off and some of the air intake off. So what I'm going to try and do some compression tests, and then we'll get these spark plugs back in. Let's get this compression tester on there, see what values we get. $165. 175. Number 3, 155. Number 4, 160. Number 5, another 160. And number 6 is 180, but I have a feeling that one has a load of oil in it, which will definitely be increasing the compression on there. So I'm going to start putting these back in, start at number 6 and work back again. I'll leave number 1 out and then we'll do some ignition testing to see whether the ignition is working, whether we're getting any spark on any of these, and then we'll see whether we've got any fuel. Put that plug into that one. I need a lead to ground that off. I have this very old lead that was one long cable with 2 parts, so I'll join the ends together and we've got a clamp at each end. That does mean put this to one side, clamp that spark plug and ground the other side nicely on the battery. Let's go put the ignition on, see if we can get this to spark at all. You might have been able to tell the old owner was a bit of a heavy metal fan. I'll turn that off, don't want to get this copyright struck, but let's try this. The ignition is now turned on. I have the ability to jump this. Let's see whether it does anything. Oh, doesn't look like we've got any ignition, we've got plenty of compression though. Nothing on the ignition at all, so we may well still be immobilised completely. Once the immobiliser plugged back in, try that again. No spark whatsoever. Back to the drawing board on that one. Gonna have to have a look around, see what we can find, see if there's anything else we can do there to see if we can get this to work. So I managed to have another look and we're missing an earth here, which looks like it needs to be connected down onto this unit, which would kind of explain why maybe it's not working. Another try then with the ignition on. There goes nothing. Still no spark. So I've proven we've got power coming to this. We do have a ground, which seems to be okay. It looks like possibly maybe the ECU circuit is disabled. Certainly not triggering anything on the 3 coil wires that are attached to this lead, neither positive nor negative. Let's see if we can investigate a bit further. Well, this is obviously a bit of a mess, but with the help of the rather brilliant Ryobi portable soldering iron, I've managed to trace back the 2 wires that I identified on the immobiliser, which are the ones for the ignition that go to the star. I found a wiring diagram that showed me what that was, the black with the white stripe, and those go back, and you could see where that they'd been soldered, and they'd had these 2 wires that go to the immobiliser cut into them. I've now taken them out, put a block in, and we appear to now have, at the very least, a key which will, oh, that's not the right one, that's not a cut one. Let's take a cut key, put that in. The ability to turn it from the key. I'll plug away at some more of these wires, see if there's any more down here that were split and then could be rejoined. And then we'll try that ignition again and put it all back together. Try it again. And after much faffing about and now a late night, we've got that unit completely off and reconnected the majority of the wires. Anything that was bridged has been reconnected, apart from these ones, which I'm not quite sure what to do with those because they're all the same colour, but they don't seem, there's 4 of them. I don't want to get the wrong ones connected to the wrong ones. Future Swampy here. Turns out those wires are actually for the fuel pump. The black and the red. The red and the black I've not found yet. I've got most of the stuff off. There's only 2 wires that are connected over here. We've now got a green light that comes on. That seems to go off when you lock the car, a couple of seconds after you lock the car. I think that might actually be the light that's supposed to go up here, or a little courtesy light. I'm not entirely sure. An awesome bit of dark video then, me shutting the door, putting the key in the lock. You can see the lovely light down there. Oh, and now it's gone off. I think it might be the courtesy light indicator. Hasn't come back on again. So the day has come. We've got to get this thing out of the garage. Going to use the Hilux to try and get that out. Get it put over onto my drive, which is just over that way, and then hopefully we'll be able to start having a look at it. I got most of the immobiliser and alarm off it last night. It now turns over on the key. Got 5 of the 6 plugs in there. Didn't seem to have any ignition. Don't seem to have a fuel pump. But hopefully we'll be able to have a look at that once we've got it out of the garage and cleared the garage out. We've got everything sorted. So we'll see you after we've got this car out. Got some additional help from Jack today, one of my neighbours. He's going to help us push the car as well. We're in a struggle getting it up onto the hill. Getting everything sorted out, tyres getting pumped up. Hopefully this won't take too long and it's not too locked up. See how we get on.
You're going to be pulling the car back out?
Well, the plan was to try and pull it a little bit out.
Yep.
Pull it out using the winch, which is now a bit of a mess. We've had to do some filling around. Tyres are pumped up. It's ready to go. Got a wing mirror to put back in. Just sticking out over there. Got the keys in the ignition so the steering will turn. We're nearly ready to go. Oh, the music started. Are you getting there? How on earth? Ready when you are.
Okay, taking up the slack. Slack taken up. Brake lights are working, so that's all good.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I've got no brake pedal pressure at all.
Oh, that ain't good.
Okay, let's see what happens when we start moving. You ready?
Yeah. I've got my foot to the floor.
You got your foot to the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What about now? Try now?
Oh yeah, there we go. It's
Have a
good
handbrake.
position. Yeah, handbrake. Okay.
No foot brake.
Right, so we need to watch that side.
Yeah.
No?
Alright for now. I think we should be alright.
So, you ready?
Yeah, go on then. Tell me. I'm just going to see
So we are
it.
at the threshold there.
I'm rolling it now.
We've got about 2 foot between the wheels and the chocks, so hopefully
Good this side as
they'll
well.
catch it if it does. Ready?
It's not rolling. I've got to put that
Okay, we'll roll now, yeah?
back.
Okay. Ready?
No. I'm just about to get pedal pressure.
Okay.
Good this side.
Good.
Right then.
Okay. Yeah, if you keep coming straight, we should clear that garage door quite nicely. Right. Ready?
Yeah.
You're all good.
We're on the drive.
Yeah, 5-speed manual.
Freaking. Right, it's all freed up now. It's making some creaky noises. Right, ready?
We ready? Okay. Remember. What is that?
Can you check underneath?
Is that the brakes?
Possibly. Yay! You have to tell me because I've got no brakes.
Ready?
Yeah, we're going uphill on it. Hold right.
Hold right. Straighten up.
Turn the lights on. Yeah, Jack's happy. We are definitely out. One empty garage now over here. I say empty. It seems to have loads of stuff in it. We have to clear all the rest of that out. Put that somewhere. But it is out. Very happy. The lights work, which is pretty cool. Jack is dead chuffed with that. Finds that really funny. We've now spotted the slightly rusty bit, which is quite obvious, just there. But generally, it's in really good shape. Original alloys, everything's damn good. So really happy about that. Dead chuffed. I am currently leaning on a Supra. Had a good day yesterday getting out of the garage, got it all covered up as you can see behind me. It's nicely got a big cover on it, so that is looking pretty good. I'm going to get the cover off today. There's a load of wires in here, black and red ones that I've seen. I'm going to have a look in the manual, see if there's anything in there to help, but I think there might be the fuel pump wires, and getting no fuel pump noise at the moment. Not sure whether we're getting any other spark. Certainly we need fuel. We're going to try and get that working today. This diagram, where just here are a whole load of black with red stripe wires. It's definitely black with a red stripe. And then we've got a one that's been extended here that's currently purple and black, but it comes from a wire and is black with a red stripe. And on the diagram there are 4 wires that join together, one of which goes off to the diagnostic connector. So I've currently got that wired up with a test lead here going off to there. I'm going to see if that's got continuity to any of these wires here. Let's try that one. No. That one. No. That one. No. That one. Yes. Let's see if we can work out which one of these fires the fuel pump and whether the other two are the two that drive the fuel pump. I'm going to guess this one that goes off with the purple on it goes into this loom and appears to go this way down the back of the car. It's probably the one we want. Might just apply 12 volts to it and see whether it works actually. So I have these two lovely gentlemen with me. I have Jack and I have Scotty with me. He's made a fantastic appearance all the way down here. And we've had to have a look at the fuel tank of the Supra because it looks like the fuel pump's not working. We tested all the wiring, nothing seems to work, so at the moment we're trying to levitate the fuel tank out.
Yep. Okay, they're all loose.
So the fuel tank is out. We're currently vacuuming out the fuel, which looks pretty disgusting. Have a look at that in a minute, see what it looks like. I have to be super careful with this. So Scotty and Jack are now patiently waiting to take out this fuel pump that potentially isn't working. I think when we pump this out we got a load of water out as well. So we shall see when Scotty extracts this from the from here whether we've got any problems or not.
So taking the bolts out, they came out very easily.
Oh, I can already see rust.
Oh yes. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's gross. Oh, look at that.
Oh dear.
Oh, that is truly horrible.
Not surprising that that doesn't work then.
Yes.
Yes, clearly.
Okay, yeah, that's not good, is it?
Was it like in the fuel tank?
I think we better get a replacement one of those.
I think we had.
Well, and probably a replacement tank, knowing that.
Can we get?
Probably
Oh,
wouldn't
that's.
matter.
Not perfect. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to
It
be.
could be worth. That will clean out actually.
Yeah, the good,
Yeah.
good old
Yeah.
tank flush.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Right, well, we've got a bit of work to be doing to get a new pump and clean the tank out then. To get an idea of what was in that tank, this is the combination of all of the fuel that was in there. At the bottom here, that's not a mark on the container. That is dirty water that all came out of that tank. It's pretty disgusting and not surprising, therefore, that the fuel pump and the sender were all disgusting. Oh dear.
That is horrible. It feels like toilet roll or something.
Oh,
Tissue
dear.
paper is really.
That's yeah,
Yeah.
not
That's
good.
nasty.
I'm glad we took that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sat underneath the Supra. There is no fuel tank where my head currently is. So I'm going to try and get the fuel filter off and the 2 brackets that hold the fuel tank on. That got quite twisted when we were undoing the bolts, and they really need a bit of refurbishment and a little bit of reinforcement. We don't know how strong they are now. They've been bent backwards and forwards. So John's going to have a look at those, and I'm going to see if we can get the filter off and back flush everything and see how we get on with that. Going to apply liberally loads of Swampy duck oil, like WD-40 steroids, got loads of extra stuff to help releasing, and we'll see if we can get those rusty bolts undone. Now let's see if we can get that off that side of the fuel filter. And that banjo that needs to come off. It's there. So one side is off. I think I'm just about to get the other side. Yep. Nice. So after a lot of faff and fiddle. It's very hard to get the camera in and do the work. I managed to get that bracket off. That's holding the fuel filter itself, and we've put a pipe on there which runs off down here. So after a brief interlude, it is now January 2024. It is dark and slightly miserable, but we do have a new fuel pump for the Supra, which has arrived. John has been very busy and tidied up loads of the parts, stripped all the bits off this, got all the rust off it, so now that looks significantly better than it did previously. Various other bits have been sorted out as well, so we've got the fuel filter holder, various brackets for the fuel tank, and I have a Scotty with me holding a camera, which is quite useful. We're going to try and get this back together. We've also got a fuel tank which has been painted, cleaned, has new stainless steel screws all ready to go. Everything inside has been cleaned, it's been painted, the rubber's been restuck on, so everything is kind of ready to go with that. We need to get this fuel pump assembled back on. So there's the actual fuel pump itself with the filter, there's a bunch of piping like that. We've got some Jubilee clips. We've got to try and get this back on there, wired up, put back in the tank and get going. So first thing we're going to do is take off these rivets that are in here, replace these wires with the wires from the pump, which will add these crimp connectors on, and then we can rivet them on. There we go, that's that one out. Very neat. I've got this. There we go. On negative terminal.
Nice.
Positive one. There we go. From what I can see, this new pump just sits in the bottom like that, and has the tube go on there, and that's everything.
Yeah.
Done.
Simple as that.
Yeah. To about there. Oh, lovely. These two on. Up there, can't I? One, two.
Right. Perfect job.
That works. Like it. With this assembled unit, so I'm going to try and put this in here. A bit of a fiddle, getting it all around the right way. Pot that it needs to sit in, and then I need to line it up with these holes, which I think is about there. That one looks lined up about right. So they need to go back on. Before I do that, I'm going to put this fuel filter in, brand new fuel filter. What an absolute faff. After much faffing, actually less faff than we thought, wasn't it really? It wasn't that difficult to do.
Surprisingly easy.
Yeah. We've got that back in. It is now in. I'll do some electrical testing now. Everything's looking nice. The fixings are all in. The pipes are all done back up again. And all the electrical connectors, all two of them, are connected again. Electrical testing time. Let's get some of that, shall we? See if we can't make this pump run on its own. Pump's running.
None has come through yet. There you go. Yep.
Nice, good stuff.
Okay, at least that's a good thing now. We're getting fuel.
And quite a lot of fuel.
Yes.
Right, so I need to find the banjo bolt that needs to go back in there, and that can be banjoed back onto this. There you go, get that out and have a look. Wow, we've chucked a lot of fuel out there.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a little bit of what was left in the bottle that we used. Bit of a screen cleaner or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
But that's good.
Works.
That's a lot of fuel. It means it's pumping that through. It's filled the filter. Let's get this banjo bolt back in. That can go on there. And we can do it again. And that shouldn't throw fuel everywhere. So now we've got that back together, we're going to try and just run the fuel pump to make sure fuel doesn't spray everywhere. That way, when we start it, we don't start it with fuel spraying everywhere. Are you ready, Jack, sir?
Yep, go on
Ready?
then. It's not leaking.
Let us see then. Got camera on the exhaust, camera on the engine. We know we've got fuel. See if it does anything.
Time to send it. Oh!
What? Fired? Alright, fired that once and then it stopped. I know why. Didn't actually attach the fuel pump, did I?
Oh!
Half the sensors are missing, so just to try and get it to try and turn. So it sounds like it's going to fire because it did fire for a second there, didn't it?
This is the full, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, if you do it, I don't know if that'll. See if that makes a difference.
Go on then. That ran, didn't it?
That ran for a second when I tapped that open.
Loads of smoke out the back because of all the oil that was in the cylinders from where we were making sure it was all right.
As soon as you give it throttle, it just dies.
Yeah, that's fair. It's probably not, I haven't checked to see where the air metering is. Well,
it lives.
it does live to a certain degree, so that's pretty good. I'm quite pleased with that. I think Jack's quite pleased with that too. So that's good. Scotty, yeah, it's sort of working. That's good. So then, second major attempt, pipes. We have pipes on, just to try and get that airflow correct, rather than it being, well, a bit of a state. Oh, what happened there? I don't think that was on properly. Oh, now I've got something. That's better. Ready?
Go on.
Oh yeah, baby.
We now have a what appears to be a running Supra, so I'm well happy.
So Jack is going to start this and then try and bring the clutch up with it in first gear and see if these wheels free off. Oh, we've gone all jumpy now. Yeah, one handbrake off. Gears. Oh, we have some form of movement. There's just rust falling off it everywhere. But we have movement. Naughty. Really hoped you enjoyed that 2 video series for the Supra. Got that up and running. Got some more videos coming up on that one soon. Lots to do. Got to give it back to the owner and various other bits and pieces. As you can see, it's really sunny now. It actually took around about 8 months to get that car out of the garage, including getting the V5 and everything. So, you know, it takes a lot of time and effort to put into these things. really appreciate any help that you can give us. So if you can look at our Patreon page, which will be in the description down there, and we shall see you soon.